The greatest legacy that you can leave behind for your children and their generation is wealth. If you have accumulated or acquired a good amount of wealth that will run down your generations, that is a good thing, and it's a blessing from God that actually each and every parent pray for. But as for me, in this world, in this life, on this earth, in this century, the greatest, I don't know about you, we are both right, but as for me, the greatest legacy you can leave to your children is unity. The greatest legacy that you can leave to your children is being in unity with each other, respecting each other, irregardless of how or who is successful, irregardless of who gives more money or sends you money than who, irregardless of who succeeded and made it in life and who did not, irregardless of who is sharper than who is intelligent, who listens to you more than who, irregardless of who took after your looks and who did not. The greatest legacy and the blessing and safety and security and love that you can give to your children is teaching them to stay together, neatly, closed together. This brings a sense of belonging. It brings a sense of security. In many cases, I'm sure you have ever bumped into a situation or a scenario where this famous person is now begging for help. They were so famous, they were known, they were celebrities, but now things went south and they cannot pick the pieces of their lives, and now they are begging for help. I normally ask myself where their family is. While I cannot judge such situations because we also have broken families and families where people look down on each other and families where you don't matter if you don't have anything. You cannot be listened to. And the firstborn doesn't know where the secondborn is. And the secondborn looks down on the firstborn. And the lastborn never listens to the firstborn because they are lastborns. And parents condone such, and they condone a lot of disrespect amongst their children, and they side with others who are toxic and think that they have made it, and kids are there exchanging, just they're there taking sides and just hating on each other, depending on how much somebody help as a child. Even if you are born 12 of you, even if you are born as the only child, or 3 or 5 or 7 or 20, if you get to succeed, kindly help your own parent as if you were born alone. Don't compare your success to others. Don't think as if those who are not able or those whose success is delaying, they hate their parents. That they are so selfish, that they are not mindful, that they will not get blessings from God, that so on and so forth. If you are the first one to make it in your family and you are in that position to build a home for your parents and you send them money and you feed them and you have taken an hospital insurance for them and you are always there for them, you are there because God has put you there to hold, to be there for them while others are still finding their life. And that is not a license to look down on others. And that is not a license for parents to drop other children and look down on them and never listen to them and despise them. And even that child who just comes to spend time with you, they don't have anything they have brought with them, because they don't have, not because they want to come bare hand, empty handed. They don't have because actually it's life for them. That is life. So it will be so unreasonable, you as a parent, to take sides, to favor one child, to favor those that life has favored. And it is so mindless, because even if you have everything, even if you have acquired a lot of wealth, and now, God forbid, you pass away or your life ends, your days gets to end on this earth, then even whatever it is that you left, you don't really know how it will go, because there is no unity. There is no, others have a lot of bitterness because of how they were sidelined and treated over the others. And there is no that genuine love. There is no unity. Everybody for themselves, God for them all. And it's a lot of back and forth and fighting and cases in courts, because they cannot understand each other, because there is no that respect. They can answer each other back and exchange insults and do whatever it is in your presence. The greatest legacy that you can leave to your children, even if they don't have anything, they'll still stick to each other. And somebody will always have somewhere to run back to, because they know there is genuine love back at home. There is unity. There is respect. The lastborn, who is the lawyer, doesn't respect the firstborn because they burn charcoal. The lastborn, the secondborn doesn't respect the lastborn because they think this one was just born while I was looking on. This is the child I changed diapers and fed. What are you saying? There is no freedom. There is no sense of belonging. There is no safe space in your family. Then even if you leave the whole world for them, they will fight against each other and kill each other, and just their lives will be in shambles, and their children and their children's children will not have anywhere to live or to run to in case of anything. A closely knitted family is just security. They don't need to worry. They don't need to worry when they lose jobs. Uncle, your children's children will not have to worry, because uncle is somewhere. My cousin is somewhere. I can call them. I can run to them. I need to go to campus. I need to go to the city, and I don't have anywhere to spend a night. But I have my cousin somewhere. But I have my uncle. But nowadays, things that happen, if you don't send support to your parents, if you're not that child who, I don't know, does what, if you don't have anything, then you don't have a say. So it gets to a point where even that person who has the best ideas to support or help the family gets to be ignored because they don't have anything to show. They don't have anything to show, therefore they have lost their voice in that family, and things get happening, and they just get to be informed later that, hey, we finished. Hey, so and so was graduating, we finished. So and so was going, I don't know where. And there is nothing. Put in mind that in case your firstborn, in case your lastborn gets to lose their lives, then their children, they will not look for who is the best friend. Who is the best friend of so and so? Please, can you take over responsibility of her children or his? No. We need each other. They need each other. So it will be so good for you to cultivate that harmony, that unity, that peace, and genuine love. Just know how to tame with child, because as we grow, each and every person keeps acquiring their own behaviors according to the environment that they are in. But at the end of the day, if they get to remember whatever it is that you taught them and instilled in them, unity being the key, then people will not be suffering and following false prophets because of rejection and there is no support back at home, or someone getting pregnant and they are so scared of going back home because of how they will be scolded and all those things. If you are born in a family that is divided, then there is no support. You are on your own, and whenever trouble befalls, we have those people who will support you, and we have those people who are in opposition, and that is not good, because instead of somebody thinking about how they will solve their issues or just somewhere to lay their head and calm down and know what step to take, even in the case of losing a job, then they'll have to think twice, or they have to think or grieve about losing their job, at the same time wondering where they will run to. That is why people end up getting married to the wrong people, to the wrong spouses, because they could not go back home. It was not a safe space. There was nobody to turn to there, and a friend let them in, and now they are married. They got married to the wrong person, the person they did not want because of the circumstances, and so on and so forth, things happening because we don't have a safe place. The greatest legacy as a parent, whether you have wealth, whether you are wealthy or not, the greatest legacy that you can leave to your children, so that they can live knowing that they will always have somewhere to run to. And in case somebody loses a job, we can contribute for so and so to start a business, and we can be there for each other. And if so and so doesn't have money, so and so will take care of our parents until we get better. And if one of us wants to go to school, so and so, or we shall come together, join hands and help each other. We can start a family business together. If you don't have such security, if you have not created that, then even before God, you'll not stand before Him in peace. So let's just make our homes a safe haven for our children, whether they are grown, whether they are still young, whether at whatever point. Let them know that they are always welcome, with their mistakes, with their iniquities, with their weaknesses, with their shortcomings and imperfections. Home is supposed to be the first place that somebody thinks of. And it cannot happen like that when you as a parent did not lay a foundation of understanding, a foundation of love and peace, and embracing each other in whichever condition, in whichever situation, whether in lack or in abundance, whether in happiness or in sadness. If you did not cultivate that, then even the wealth that you are leaving behind as a parent is at risk. It will not even last for generations.